Well, I'm just going to say it like this. Target is lying. Target is lying. And the only reason why they're investing over $2 billion dollars into 500 black owned companies and 20% increase in black leadership and black employees is because they know they are guilty of race discrimination. This is not the first time that they've been guilty of it, and I'm sure it won't be the last time. So this is just all a publicity stunt. So Target lied about one thing in my race discrimination case against them. They lied about not knowing that one of my TSSs was involved with another female associate at the same location. On top of multiple other relationships that were going on inside of the store that I also gave to the EEOC. Um, so the fact that Target would lie about not knowing tells me I got them where I want them. Now, when it comes to this $2 billion impact, ladies and gentlemen, I need y'all to understand that I'm not going to let this go because this is my work that pressed them into making that decision to invest over $2 billion in the first place. I could see if they were taking the initiative to do so, but that's not the case. They didn't happen is the race discrimination case that I filed against them in 2020 is the reason why it led up to them investing over $2 billion into 500 black owned companies, increased of black leaders, team members by 20% over the next 5 years. Now, as a great APA, as the nigga that I am, I want to know why they fighting so hard to prove something that they know they are guilty of. So, like I've been telling my APAs, you got to do your homework sometime. So I dug a little deeper, and this is what I found. I found that they have a history of discriminating against blacks and Hispanics in the workplace. In 2018, they settled out $3.5 million dollars with the ELC for discriminating against blacks and Hispanics during the application process. During the application process. And then they got in trouble for some more shit, right? So in 2018, that was the year that I started. So had not been for that settlement, I wouldn't have been able to start as an APS at Target in 2018. So I picked it back up in 2018. 2020, I filed my race discrimination case against Target. Now here we go again, right? The EEOC like, damn, Target, like y'all didn't learn the first time? So this is why they fought so hard. This is why they went into mediation and then decided to opt out of the mediation because they figure, okay, well, this is a black guy. He ain't got no money. He come from poverty. He don't know nothing. You feel what I'm saying? We can beat him. We can beat. This is easy. This is an easy case for us, right? So that's what they figured. But when I hit them, they didn't know that I was coming this hard. They thought I was just gonna hit them on policy and that was going to be it in unemployment. But when I came at them on the federal level, it was game over. So now this is why they got to fight so hard. So the history of Target, their culture is discriminating against blacks and Hispanics in the workplace. The proof is in the pudding. 2018, they settled out. 2020, I filed my race discrimination case against them. And then in 2021 is when they released the statement that they were going to invest over $2 billion into 500 black owned companies. Now, when I talk to people from all different races and I talk to all different kind of team members from Target, I asked them, how do y'all feel about this this $2 billion impact into 500 black owned companies? And you know what the number one question people ask me is? Why? Why so much? Why so much? I could see a couple millions, but billion, when you get into the billion range, you know you done fucked up. When you get into the billion range, you know you done fucked up. So I can't just sit here and not say nothing when I know this is my work that is showing for itself. Y'all can call me petty. Y'all can call me whatever y'all want. Y'all can call me a pissed off ex-employee, but this is my work written all over it because they were pressed into spending over $2 billion. They didn't take the initiative. And people are asking why. Why so much? This is why, because they got pressed by Eagle Eye Miller, race discrimination case that was filed in 2020 during COVID, during the George Floyd incident that happened in Minnesota. What's in Minnesota? That is where Target headquarters is at. Ain't that a bitch? Yeah. So when all that happened in Minnesota, Target was like, okay. And then you got the whole Black Panther movement that they hopped on. Oh man, when Black Panther 2 came out, Target hopped all over that. Oh, they sponsored, promoted, marketed all that shit with no problem. But growing up, I've never seen any diversity inside Target. Never, ever. Not in their stores. I've never seen it in their commercials up until, let's just say, before 2018. Never seen it. After 2018, after 2021, yes, most definitely. I refuse to let them take credit for the work that I've put in to make all this happen. And what's crazy is that I'm just a vessel. All the glory belongs to God when it goes to this $2.6 billion impact at Target. God gave me the vision to do it, but all the glory goes to Him. I put everything that I had left physically, mentally, emotionally on the line for this. And I refuse to let them take credit for something that they didn't take the initiative to do. I refuse to let them try to take credit and make it seem like, oh, we're just trying to make it more diverse. We respect the community. No, fuck all that. No, you don't. You got pressed by Eagle Eye Miller. And I'm going to keep pressing because the price tag is too fucking high. The price tag is too high on this one. On my EPA. So when it comes down to these apprehensions, you know we love us a good dollar amount. I've prosecuted a lot of people for less on behalf of this corporation. So I don't know what makes them think that I'm gonna just be quiet about this 2.6 billion. See, when the story first came out, it originally said 2.6 billion. Now it just says 2 billion. And the reason why it changed from 2.6 billion is because they had to use that 6 to recover from the loss that these ORC groups was hitting their ass with from the losses that they was taking during COVID, and they lost over $1 billion. So they used some of that $2.6 billion impact money to help recover from the losses that they was taking during COVID. You feel me? But they got me fucked up if they think I'm just gonna ride into the sunset and not say nothing. This is what they were betting on. Me keeping my mouth closed about this. They don't want me to open my mouth. They don't want me to tell y'all this. This is how these people work. They bury our history and take credit for it. It ain't gonna happen with me. I promise you that. Because what is raw spelled backwards? And I'm willing to go to war for this 2.6 billion. I don't give a damn how big Target is. I don't give a fuck about the manager, the STL, the CEO, market, APBP manager, none of them. I want to smoke with all of these niggas, man, for real. Because the fact that they gonna lie about not knowing about multiple relationships happening in the workplace, the fact that they gonna lie about that tells me all that I need to know about them, and tells me that I need to keep my foot on their neck because I'm this close, y'all. I'm this close. It may not look like I got a $2.6 billion impact, but this is the looks Legal terms, when you can prove that a company or a corporation has lied, and you can prove that they lied, it entitles me to punitive damages on top of lost wages and pain and suffering and mental distress and all of this other stuff, right? So the way I see it, Target owes me some money. They owe me some big money. You feel what I'm saying? $2.6 billion impact. There ain't nothing nobody can tell me. There ain't shit nobody can tell me. Um, because this is my work. This is my work. Written. This is my work. When I tell y'all my work speaks for itself, my work speaks for itself. $2 billion impact with 500 black owned companies has to do because I put everything on the line for this. Everything on the line for it. God gave me the vision. I carried it out and everything happened to the T. You feel what I'm saying? Everything happened just as it was supposed to. There was no legal justice. I didn't see any legal justice in the vision that God gave me. The only reason why I used the legal route in the first place was only for documentation purposes only. What you mean? I mean, because it'd be one thing if I got fired and I didn't go through with the ELC and I was just talking to y'all and telling y'all everything that happened at Target, right? But it's another thing when I can prove it through legal documentation. So I only use the legal process just to put everything in black and white, because if they say anything outside of what they told the ELC, it makes them look like liars, and it makes the brand and the corporation look bad as fuck. It makes them look terrible. But I came on this platform with the intention to expose these corporations for how they mistreat people in the workplace. And that's what I intend on doing, on top of giving informational videos about how to do this AP job. You understand? So I know this video may be random to a lot of my Eagle family members that are used to the informational videos, but um, this is why I'm here. Not only to teach, but to expose. When it comes to this $2.6 billion impact, that this shit is tied to the Eagle Eye Miller platform for life. This is legendary shit right here. This shit is legendary. This shit is gonna put me in the books with Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, Harriet Tubman, and them. You feel what I'm saying? That type of shit. So if you don't understand it, then this is not gonna resonate with you. But if you've been suffering through a hostile work environment, you've been discriminated against, retaliated against, harassed, then you feel this a little bit different, because it's one thing to talk about how you've been treated at work, but it's another thing to do something about it. And that's what this whole case was about, was giving the corporation the taste of their own medicine. And I did this without no money. I did this with $0. I did this with God. You feel what I'm saying? And when you got God, that's how you get $2.6 billion impact. Because when I went through this whole case, it was COVID. The whole world was locked down. The whole world was on shutdown. You know what I'm saying? Couldn't do nothing. I couldn't meet with no lawyer. Lawyers didn't want to meet with me. Lawyers didn't want to take my case. You feel me? So Target felt like, okay, we're going to take advantage of this and we're going to bamboozle him. We're not going to settle with him. We're not going to go into mediation with him. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no money to fight us. We a big corporation. He a little, you know what I'm saying? He a little peon to us. That's how they thinking of me. But they didn't know that I already had all this planned ahead of time. You feel me? But when it comes to this impact, y'all, I need y'all to understand that this is my work. This is my work. And they're trying to take credit for it, which is fine. They can take credit for funding it. That's fine. Yeah, y'all funded the $2 billion, but as far as taking the initiative to do so? No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. Y'all have a history of mistreating Hispanics and blacks in the workplace. Come on now. Come on now. Let's be real. They have a history of this shit, y'all. Y'all can Google this shit. Feel like $1 billion. To just know that I am the reason that they spent over $2 billion into 500 black owned companies is way more than enough for me. I'm willing to go to war over $2.6 billion any fucking day. For all my street folks, y'all understand what I'm talking about. How many times have you had to press somebody that owed you $10, $20, $50, $100? How many times have you pressed somebody like that? A million times, right? So what makes you so that's gonna be the same thing here. This is $2.6 billion we talking about. This is my history that we talking about. This is my legacy we talking about. This is honorable shit that we talking about right here. You feel me? So I just had to get up on here. I had to let y'all know that Target is a lie. Target is lying. Target is lying to y'all about all of it. I want to thank all the Eagle family for tapping in. Thanks for showing your support, viewing the videos, hitting the comment box. Um, but yeah, it's your boy Eagle Eye Miller. Till next time, raw and unscripted.